All right, so I'm going to be going over January 12th trade recap. And so today was actually a two loss day. I tried shorting the market, um, and they were both plays on absorption. And I don't really have a specific playbook to name it, but it wasn't the highest of quality trade setups. But for some context, basically we had opened today and we rallied up. You can see here, this is a 5-minute chart, but we rallied up, and I was waiting for a pullback back into this green box from the 80s to the 77s because at that moment there had been a pretty decent low volume node and support structure that had formed right over here. So what I was looking for was the market to break under this little area right here, pick up liquidity in this little area of low volume right here, and reclaim the 80s, and then go ahead and target the low or the high, continuing at all-time highs. But we never got that pullback, and instead we rallied from there, and then we started to consolidate here frequently. And the trade that I took essentially was, you can see here there's a significant amount of lots right here, 917 volume traded, yet the market moved nowhere. Over here we can see again 349 contracts, 353 contracts there, 383 contracts right here. So basically what was going on in my head with the context of the fact that we were in, rallying up is, number one, we were at all-time highs, right? So I guess that would make the argument for shorts worse. However, we never really got a significant pullback since the opening bell here at 8:30. You can see here it was just pretty much a vertical move up, and it's very rare that the market will move up vertically with no pullback, right? No sharp pullback. And the price level that I was targeting would have been the not even the 80s anymore at that point. It would have been this little consolidation right here for about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes right here. I would have targeted the 88s, 90s, right? And potentially held runners to go see if we can test the 80s flat. But that did not occur, obviously. So what I was watching for over here, I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Every time we were in this little area right here, it looked as if there was a passive seller because there were a lot of pops that were getting sold. You can see right here, 300 contracts, 400 contracts. It gets bigger and bigger. Then over here, this pop fails. We reject right here at the 97s and 98s. And my first short trade was at 921. So right here, it's 919. So just in about, not me do that. 19, play right here. At 921, I get short. I think just about here. I think this offer fills maybe, or another pop that gets failed here, and then Yeah, right there. So I'm short there after the selling is kicking in, but the main reason of why I got short was because of these pops getting sold into once, twice here, 3 times. We were under the high of day with all of this aggressive selling as well. So it really looked like the case was building better for shorts. And on top of that, there was also this absorption going on right here. This was for a significant number of contracts. I think it was like 900 contracts. So with all of those reasons combined, and also the fact that we had not had a significant sell-off, that was another reason pulling me to short. And so I shorted right here, and we did not get the aggressive selling to come in, and I eventually took it off at 9.24. So I'll speed that up. So my stop loss here was the 99.5. Oh no, I got out the 99s. So you see here, it still looks like a seller is being, trying to get into this market because of all these. Look at all these buy orders coming in that's failing. But unfortunately, that was not the case, and then I get stopped out on that move right there. So next trade, pretty much the exact same trade, this time at 9.26, because I think what had happened was on this move out where I got stopped out, an offer had filled right here, 300 contracts, and then we started to reject that offer. You can see here, we went all the way up to the 701s, rejected it, started coming back down, and then at 9.26 and 45 seconds, right about here, I'm short again at the 98 2/4. So I'm short again, and this time my stop loss was at the 701 1/4, which is like right about at that swing high. And I like this trade even better because it's had even better confirmation where we saw the selling, shorting the pops here. Then we have a quick liquidity grab, stopping out early shorts. Then we come back. So at this point, I'm okay with putting risk on here. I even have a higher price to short at because over here I shorted at the 96s, but up here I shorted at the 98s, and my stop loss is at that swing high right there, which by the way, we did not even break the high of day, so that added even more confluence because the high of day was over here and that little rally did not break it and we rejected from it, and so I'm short right there. And again, same plan, targeting the 88s, but unfortunately this one lasted quite some time, about 25 minutes, 9:54, so I'm gonna speed it up a lot. But we kind of just hung around here, and we just unfortunately just did not get that aggressive sign. We can see we broke this range. We did break the range, but we just failed to really sell off from that range aggressively. See, we broke it. We actually found support here at the 93s, so this could have been a buyer here in hindsight. But we did find support there, and I eventually did get stopped out at the 54-minute mark, which is coming up right there. Yeah, stopped out. And after that, I called it a day, not looking to trade anymore. But that was that. Let me recap. So I'm thinking about switching to a long-only strategy, just because we're in all-time highs. So what that would consist of is only longing pullbacks. The one caveat with that, though, is that this low-volume node looks a little bit interesting right? So if tomorrow we open above it, stay above it, or we try and test it and we break out or we defend the low volume node to the upside, because I'm not entirely sure how this formed, because there was some downside movement in the pre-market session, but then we got this pretty insane rally here. Not insane rally, but decent rally candle here on the 30-minute prints. So if we can hold above this low volume node, or in fact defend it, because it looks like we're going to test it in the pre-market session, then I would definitely try and implement this long only strategy, where I want to basically just long any pullbacks as long as we're above this point of control here at the 97s. And if I were to take shorts, I probably would be more inclined to do it if we were below this low volume node, like below the 69.70s. I really don't want to make the same mistake today as I did, tomorrow as I did today, because there really is just no more levels, especially rejection levels, and I'm not going to be the one to try and call a top. So it's going to be a bit trickier going into tomorrow. I'm probably only going to stick to a long only strategy, but open to playing short if there's like very, very good confirmation on the order flow. But I don't know how well that will bode, because a really good quality trade should have a solid location / context, and shorting at all-time highs is just never a good idea. So I think that I'm going to play it by ear and watch for how we react in this low volume node.